Okay, boys, so today we are going to find out the best way to actually get honey. Okay, this is a bit close. So I'm going to show you guys the best way you can AFK farm honey in this game. And as you can see, if I just slowly walk over here, I currently have 1,000 honey. And that is from hardly doing anything. Not too sure how much I had last night, actually. If you want to check last night's video to see how much I had, now I've got 1,000. But I'm going to show you how you can AFK farm honey overnight during the day while you're at school, while you're at work, while you're asleep, literally while you do anything. So let's go ahead and get straight into how you guys can do this. So to start off, you want to grind for a few hours and wait till most of your items are pollinated. I'd recommend a ton of bamboo or something like that. As you can see, I've got a ton of pollinated bamboo. Literally all of my mangoes are also pollinated. Say that as I look at the first one and it's not pollinated. But yeah, most of these are also pollinated. And then if we make our way round here as well, I've got a ton of pollinated dragon fruits as well and coconuts, so you guys get the point. You basically want to wait until most of your items are pollinated, and then everything that is actually pollinated, go ahead and collect it. As you can see right now in my inventory, I have still got so much pollinated stuff that always pretty much over 10 kg. And the reason why you want to use mangoes or coconuts or dragon fruits or beanstalks or bamboo is because bamboo weighs usually around 5 to 7 or something like that kg, and coconuts are pretty much always above 10 kg. So you can literally go boom onto this guy and you've instantly filled up the 10 kg. That is going to be the fastest way you can actually do it. So once I've already grinded a ton of pollinated stuff, then I will just make a macro. The auto actually turns it all into honey overnight for me, and I'll actually show you guys the macro I use right now. So if you guys just want to grind honey, I'll show you how to do that. If you want me to make a video on how you can grind honey, the seed shop, selling stuff, honey, also the eggs, the cosmetics, and the gear all at once, then go ahead and let me know and I'll tell you guys how you can farm absolutely everything at once. But you basically want to have tiny task open just like this, set it to continuous playback, F8, and then Control Shift Alt P, put it to always on top. Then you're going to want to hit F8, hit garden a couple times, and then walk backwards just like this until you get on over to where the honey is. The reason why I say to click garden at the start is so that you're always at the same place at the start of the recording. And then if you want, you can go ahead and talk to the queen bee, ask to trade honey, and you can go ahead and try to buy as much stuff here as you possibly can. If you want, you can go ahead and click buy on each thing, which is what I usually do. Not for everything, but if you want, you can do some things. Just whilst you're going ahead and clicking on these, don't scroll like that with your scroll wheel. Make sure you click and then use your mouse to go down, because scroll wheel doesn't actually work, I don't think. So yeah, just use your mouse to scroll down just like that, then exit out of that. And then what I do is you've got to use your arrow keys on your keyboard to turn, and then just go like this, open your backpack, and then type in EO so it brings up all your pollinated stuff, and then just hold one out and then spam E, and then whenever this finishes, you'll put the next thing in, and then we'll go ahead and teleport back to garden and then restart the recording. That is literally all you have to do, and then you can AFK grind honey 24/7 and get thousands just like this, so you can get bee eggs and stuff like that to try get the queen bee. Or if you want, which is what I've been doing, is getting the seed packs to try and get sunflowers. That's also a great thing that honey can be used for. So yeah, we've got 10 seconds left on this, and then we can go ahead and take our honey out. So as you can see, 2, 1, 0, we click E and then put this in, and then something else, and then put this in, and then that's done. Now we teleport back to our garden. Make sure you use your arrow keys to get your character just like it was at the start of the recording, which is around there, and then click F8 to stop the recording. And now, as you can see, if I hit Control Shift Alt P, make sure shift lock doesn't mess it up like it's just did for me, and then I clicked shift. But as you can see, I am now not touching anything on my keyboard, and it is literally going to do it all for me. I think I did mess up by scrolling on the queen bee thing, but yeah, we're about to see if I did mess up on that. Did I mess up? Maybe not. I'm not too sure. Yeah, so as you can see, because I use my scroll wheel, it's not actually going down at all, but as soon as I go onto the bar at the side, it will start to work. There we go. As you can see, now it is working, and as soon as it gets down to the right place, you guys will be able to see that it is scrolling on each thing just like so. And then once you've done that, you can go ahead and boom, turn face there. And then when this timer finishes, we will be able to go ahead and put another pollinated thing in. Just in case you guys didn't understand, and if you do want to go ahead and use the shop as well, I'll make another recording just to show you how this works. So I start recording, click E, and then go ahead and say I want to trade honey. Then, oh, I've already messed up. Give me a second. Click F8, click E, and then say I want to trade honey. Make sure you have this all the way at the top. So I just go from like each different place just in case the bar was at the wrong place, so that it's guaranteed to be at the top every time. Then click buy on this one. Then I'll pull it down, click buy on this one, pull it down, click buy on this one, pull it down, click buy on this one, pull it down, click buy on this one. And then do that for literally everything other than the cosmetic stuff, unless you do want to buy it. And then click X and F8 again. And as you guys can see, I'm not touching anything on my keyboard, and it will go ahead and do it for me. So it scrolls up from each part just to make sure it's at the top every time. As you can see, it will now go from the bottom, and boom, we're at the top. So now it will go from the top by the flower seed pack, then it will do the nectarine seed, then it will do the hive fruit seed, and then the honey sprinkler. So it will literally go through everything for you just to make sure that you can buy everything possible. And then at the same time, this macro will also grind you honey. So even if you're buying stuff, let me actually stop that recording. Even if you're buying stuff, you're still going to be gaining honey at the same time, as long as you have enough pollinated stuff in your backpack. So you're not actually going to be losing honey, you're going to be gaining honey. And just to show you that this works, last night I went ahead and used it, and I have 2 hive fruit seeds. I also do have, where's the other one? What was the other one? You can get the nectarine seed. And then if we also go over here to the sprinklers, I did also get one honey sprinkler, which is really lucky because I haven't seen it in the shop yet, I don't think. And then I also did get a bee egg as well, which I'm currently actually hatching over here. So yeah, that just shows how much stuff you can get overnight. And then the flower seed packs as well. Let me just show you that one as well. Flower seed pack. I currently have 30 of these. So this is very good for getting flower seed packs, because there's usually between like 1 and 2 each restock, and it restocks every hour. So you can get a bunch of flower seed packs just by doing this. So yeah, let's go ahead and go through the tiny task one more time, just like this. This is how I would usually start it. Hit F8, walk all the way backwards. Make sure you're using your keys and not turning your camera at all, because that will mess it up if you use your mouse to turn your camera. So just go straight like this, go over to the queen bee, and then go ahead and say I want to trade honey. Make sure it is scrolled all the way to the top. Hit flower seed, scroll down a bit, nectarine, then scroll down a bit, hive fruit, then scroll down a bit, honey sprinkler, then down, then bee egg, then down, then bee crate. And then you can either do these bits if you want, or you don't have to do the cosmetic stuff. And we'll turn the camera a little bit, and we'll go right on over to here. And then we'll get our backpack open ready. Make sure you hit backspace a few times so nothing's typed in. Then just put PO for pollinated. And now we are ready to put honey in. So as soon as this timer runs out, we can go ahead and put something in there. And then I'll play play the tiny task over and over and over again to show you guys that it actually works. But yeah, we got 20 seconds left on this, and then we can go ahead and finish off this tiny task. Okay, and boom, there we go. So we now grab our honey. Okay, I messed up there. We can now grab our honey by clicking E, click back on our backpack, put a dragon fruit in there, boom, and now hit garden. Turn our camera so it's facing the same way that it was at the start. There we go, and now turn the tiny task off. And I got the timings on the honey thing messed up a little bit there, I think, so it's not gonna get the honey put in every time. If you want to do this flawlessly, I'm just doing this to show you guys for the video, but if you want to do it flawlessly, then make sure you have nothing in the honey compressor when you start the timer. As you can see, my timer's still got 2.5 minutes left, so make sure there's nothing in the honey compressor when you start recording the tiny task. But as you can see, it's still going to go through and try buy everything, and I am not touching my mouse or keyboard right now. And then it will just go ahead and stand at the honey compressor and wait for that to finish. So as you can see, it will now turn, go ahead and stand right here, and then it will open my backpack, get rid of anything that's already typed in, and then it will put PO pollinated, and then just wait for that to finish. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the tiny task right there. As you guys can see, that works flawlessly pretty much every single time. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, then let me know in the comments. But that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. That is how you guys can AFK farm honey in Roblox Grow a Garden. Let me know any other videos you guys would like to see. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did all enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all tomorrow.